Hello and welcome to Flights of Fandom, the show where we create improvised fan fiction using tabletop role-playing games. I'm David, he, him. I'm a graphic designer, an illustrator, and a game designer. If you want to check out my stuff, you can go on over to dbb-8.itch.io, and I will be your game master this evening. This week, we are continuing Longshot, our flight in the Star Wars universe. We're going to be playing the Forged in the Dark role-playing game Scum and Villainy. And I'm joined, as always, by an amazing cast of players who are...
Hi, I'm Wesley. Any pronoun will do. If you want to follow any of my day-to-day ramblings, you can find me at Twitter at horniestlobster. As well as other socials, usually with the same name.
Hi, I'm Puja, she, her, and I play Ahesha Laluar, whose pronouns are also she, her, and you can find me on Twitter at Puja and Instagram at Pujabberwocky.
Hey everyone, it's Marcy, aka Experimental Madness. You can find me most places around the internet under that name, except for Twitter, where you can reach me under Marciful. And tonight I am playing Zethu Desh, who, just kind of outrun/exploded Pyke Syndicate cruiser. So having a good time.
And last and actually least in this cast.
What?
Not me, my character. He's small. What's up, y'all? I'm Hopper. I prefer they them pronouns, and I can be found on the intertubes at Fail Deadly, and that is with a 3 instead of an E, because as always, I'm a bad person. And also at the Legend Tree, where occasionally I post slightly more serious and less cranky things. And tonight I will be playing Cheekra, the Ewok Rage Knight.
All right.
Small and full of murder.
And as we are wont to do, let's kick off episode 2 with the opening crawl. All right, so we start off back in the cockpit of the Longshot. Through the front window, we can see expanding as you get closer a mountainous world with hazy, pink-tinged atmosphere. There's a good number of orbital structures and space traffic around, space stations, deep docks, freighters, passenger ships, smaller craft sort of zipping back and forth, and you are moving into that traffic as you approach Ord Mantell. We're here in the cockpit with Zethu and Ahesha. The holo transmission from Caden Beale, your contact on the surface of Ord Mantell, and an old friend of Ahesha's, has just cut off in a hail of blaster fire. So who do we see in the cockpit as this transmission cuts off and the planet starts to loom in the front window of the ship?
So looming over the space where the hollow was, oh, nice mug, is a incredibly tall, strongly built, blue and white, brown skin Togruta with blue and white montrals. She is buff, very buff, and basically putting her and Cheekra, as you will get to meet, in the same room is just comedy. But she looks worried, which is not something. She's usually so relaxed in tense situations, being a battle-hardened flight mechanic, that it's unusual to see her this distressed, which is mildly so, all told. But it's clear that, and Zethu would be able to see right away that she is, whatever is happening to her friend down there is not in any way expected or usual.
Yeah. Ahesha, what's going through your head right now?
Well, the first thing she's thinking about is what the hell has Caden gotten himself into. Because of the two of them back in their old military days, Caden was always the one with a good head on his shoulders, whereas Ahesha is not really known for thinking things through. He's definitely more of a punch first, ask questions later kind of gal. So the fact that Caden has people after him means something has gone deeply wrong. And not just in I got in a bar fight because someone looked at me wrong kind of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's usually the one pulling her away from those.
So next to Ahesha, who do we see in the pilot seat of the Longshot?
You see Zethu Desh, looking a little clammy, but she's feeling a little better since the stunt that she pulled, getting that Pyke Syndicate Corvette off their back. You see an Arcanian offshoot woman, albino, pure, literally the color white skin, with silver white hair, short and kind of feathered over. Her eyes are colorless gray. There's no real pupil by the standard of human versions of that you would see. And she's got rows of filed sharp teeth that she did herself. She's wearing an old flight jacket. Looks like she clearly nicked it from somewhere, but it's fit, so she's kept it. Most of everything in her ship is kind of along the same lines. She watched the same video as Ahesha, being as they were both. We were both in the pilot seat when the cockpit when it happened. Mm-hmm. And I think Zethu's bringing the Longshot in for a smooth orbit, heading into a descent into Ord Mantell, and she toggles the comm off since it's gone dead and is only static now, and she looks over at her companion and she just goes, I really hope that's not going to be a problem for us once we're on world.
If it's a problem for him, I have a feeling it's going to become a problem for us pretty fast.
Yeah, I meant more, it's not going to be a problem for us. You're going to keep your head, right?
Sure. I need to go. And Ahesha just turns around and walks right out.
And Zethu leans back in the pilot seat that does not fill me with confidence.
Yeah, you'll like the cookies you'll get out of it.
So I think Ahesha, as you sort of go through the hatch of the cockpit, you run into Cheekra and Gom, who have come back up from the hold where they were chilling out, and are headed back to the main area of the ship and the cockpit to get the scuttlebutt, see what's going on. So who do we see passing Ahesha in the little corridor of the ship?
Who's leading the way, Wesley? Who do you think? Who's who?
I'll say Gom's leading the way. Yeah, sure. So you see maybe a little below average height, human male, slightly tanned skin, smells a little precarious right now from his chill session with his small furry friend here. Looks very relaxed, very maybe a little out of it, dressed in clothing that you can tell at least at one point in time was very nice, very durable, and while it's still intact, its durability is certainly being put to the test.
And behind Dr. Pilsnerg?
Behind Dr. Pilsnerg, which will never not make me laugh, apparently, because I'm a fucking child. You see standing a little bit chonky for an Ewok, nearly a little bit past 3.5 feet tall.
A veritable giant.
Titan among Ewoks, with kind of thick gray, very soft looking fur. And a rust red hood, and what appears to be like salvaged body armor. Looks very patchwork, a little bit of something from everywhere, with a couple knives on like thigh sheaths and a big old pistol just strapped on their hip. You see toddling along a little bit, not wobbly, but clearly very relaxed. You see
We're chilling.
A very chill, an unusually chill Ewok, with big golden eyes whose pupils are very dilated right now.
Oh boy.
So the two of you practically run into Ahesha as you're going in opposite directions in this little ship corridor. What do you do?
Doc kind of, takes a step back. Whoa, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
No, I think that was my fault. You guys seem to be having a good time.
I think Cheekra.
She notices the eyes, the pupils.
Cheekra's just gonna duck and go underneath both of your legs.
It is very easy with the Ahesha. She tall.
Yeah, like it's really duck to get underneath Gom's legs and then just right on through. It is, yes, this is a good time. Me and the doctor, we have been talking. Everything is very copacetic.
Have you ever learned about the Ewok religion? It's great.
I've had my
big
moments.
smirk on Gom's face.
Yeah. I'm about to go hit the baking trays. Does anybody have requests?
You see Cheekra do an about face and come right back along. the small things with the raised tops and the little bits crispy and then soft on the inside. You are making those.
Okay, I can do that.
Yes. The tops. I want the tops of them.
You just want the tops? That's okay. I can make you extra tops.
Yes.
Yeah, put in a double order of the tops.
The rest of the cookie's great too, right? But okay, whatever. And she just starts pulling bowls. She just heads straight to the galley and starts pulling out bowls.
Yeah,
baking is gonna happen.
I'm imagining that there's sort of a central common area to the Longshot, and the galley is kind of like a kitchenette along along sort of curving along one wall of the sort of main area, and there's probably like a table or two and some sort of like benches or chairs or seating.
It's very Firefly.
Yeah.
It's probably not very big because this is normally just me in here.
Right. It's decidedly cramped, but
you will also notice that as Ahesha pours things into her mixing bowl, there is no mixer doing the mixing. It is her fists and a whisk. Yeah, there's a lot of rage. She's a stress baker. There is rage baking going on right now.
Yeah. Let's get a roll, Ahesha, to indulge your vice of baking here.
Remind me, please, how that works.
All right. So you're gonna roll dice equal to your lowest attribute.
That's a 1.
All right. So you can clear stress equal to the highest die result.
And okay.
So you get to clear.
That's a 4.
So you get to clear 4 stress.
Sweet, I am stress-free.
Great.
Stress baking is great. Highly recommend.
So we see this scene of Ahesha just punching the shit out of her baking, and then our view swings back to follow Gom and Cheekra into the cockpit. Your shipboard droid, R4LS, who I believe we have described as a purple decaled astromech, is kind of disengaging from the ship's computer and sort of turns over to you, Zethu, and says, "Zethu, sweetie, I think your friend is upset."
Yeah, I know. Can't really have that. Not on a mission.
Well, listen. If there's anything that I can do to help out, just let me know. I know sometimes people don't want a droid prying into their business, but sometimes you have to ask a friend of a friend for a little love or care, and just let me know, okay?
You asking to make sure that she's got her head on straight for the rest of this? You have my permission. I don't care if you go prying around in everybody else's brain box, as long as you don't do it with me.
Okay, well, no promises there, because, you and I have a little bit of a, listen, I'm not going to put words in your mouth or anything, but we've been together a long time, sweetie, and,
Ellis,
I worry about you.
You plug in the coordinates, I fly the ship. It's a beautiful little arrangement that we have. I like it. I think it works for me.
Okay, I can see when I'm not wanted. And LS kind of out to
the ship is my mom.
Go check up on Ahesha in the galley. So the three of you are in the cockpit. You're just a little ways out from Ord Mantell. Probably enough. You're probably an amount of time out from the planet, roughly equivalent to how long it would take to, let's say, bake and cool a batch of cookies.
Sweet.
What's the
They
plan?
get snacks for the road.
Is there a co-pilot chair?
Yeah.
Yes. Which has just been vacated by Ahesha.
I think that Cheekra will crawl up into that and plunk down.
Can I help you too? Zethu says, like, literally while not turning around, like she's just focusing on the ship and the flight pattern.
No, I am goofy. And curls up into a ball and is gonna go to sleep.
All right, you know what? We're gonna work on that later.
And I think with that, we'll pull back, and we see the long shot. This saucer-shaped mid-size freighter with a couple of big cylindrical engines mounted on the side, kind of, and start to coast in down to the surface of Ord Mantell. I think, I'm trying to decide. Yeah, let's just go directly to the Longshot, sort of swooping over Mantell City. This is a big urban sprawl with dome towers stretching up into the sky, surrounded by these rugged mountains in all directions. This smoggy haze hangs over the buildings. Think like 1960s LA or New York. There's a smog advisory every day here. And there's just miles of these sprawling scrapyards all around the edges of the city. We see the Longshot settle into a docking bay at the spaceport, and then back in the cockpit, Zethu, as you disengage the controls, another holocall is coming in. And on the screen is going to pop up Festus Riggs. This is the independent operator who hired and brought together this crew to find and hopefully retrieve the bounties that you're after. You see a pretty hefty man in a coat with a big kind of walrusy mustache, and he says to you, "Hey there, y'all getting me? Y'all reading?"
Yeah, I got you fine, Riggs. What do you need?
"Hey there, Desh. Wanted to call in, check up, see how everything was going down there. Y'all arrived yet?"
Oh, we're here.
"Good, glad to hear it. Any idea where your target is?"
Well, boots on the ground first. Get the lay of the land. See what people know.
Sure. Just wanted to check up, see if you had any advanced info, made any connections, anything like that.
No, Riggs, you're not getting jumpy on me, are you?
I ain't getting jumpy, Desh. I'm backing this expedition, put up my money, gave your ship an upgrade, brought the team together. I'm just checking in, that's all. Just making sure everything's going smooth.
You're paying good money for good work. You're gonna get it.
All right. Well, anything you need on my end? Happy to be of assistance.
Well, maybe take a little heat off. The ride here wasn't exactly smooth, if you know what I mean.
I think I catch your drift. You run into trouble?
Nothing we couldn't take care of. You did hire the best.
That I did. Only the best for Riggs acquisitions. And, well, if you're talking to me now and everybody else on the crew is still kicking, couldn't have been that bad trouble, right?
Nothing that we couldn't handle. But all that's to say is it might not be the last of the trouble that we get.
Hey, long as it don't interfere with the job, that's fine by me. Like I said, you got any trouble that you think you need a little extra assistance for, you just call up old Riggs, you know?
Will do.
All right, well, yeah, keep me posted, and have a good time.
Oh, we will.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, Desh. And he zoops the holo. And with that, you're on Ord Mantell. I think
Hell yeah.
we see the exterior of the Longshot. There's a hiss as the entry and exit ramp comes down, and the four of you can depart into the docking bay. This is a circular docking bay with like a plastcrete floor, which is open to the air at the top but has sort of surrounding walls. There's a couple of miscellaneous crates and other business around, and a little sort of control post with a window, and an exit out into the city, which is currently gated. As the four of you come down the ramp, Ahesha, did you bring the cookies?
Oh, yeah. And she got LS to put them in little bags, so everyone gets their personal stash of cookies.
Amazing. So the four of you come down the ramp of your ship. A bunch of badass bounty hunters with little baggies of cookies. And
I just put it in my satchel. Just put it in my little satchel.
Ahesha's just popping them in her mouth hot.
Yeah. Cheekra is absolutely just that. Those are disappearing as fast as possible.
Oh, I want cookies, guys.
That's your own fault.
I know, I did this to myself.
I can eat cookies again.
So you're approached by a sort of a short, tubby Zabrak, which is Darth Maul's species. So he's this kind of short, hefty guy with horns poking up out of his head. He's dressed in some coveralls, and he's holding a data pad as he comes up to you. And he says, all right, welcome to Ord Mantell, folks. If you all disembark, what's the name of your vessel here?
Longshot.
Longshot. And he taps that into the data pad. And name of the captain?
Zethu Desh.
Zethu Desh. And where's this vessel registered currently?
Zethu has done this before. She goes into her bag and she slides a good number of credits over. She's like, write down whatever you think of.
Let's have a roll.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what action do you think you're using for this bribery?
Is it... Would it be sway? Or am I ordering him to do this? With the bribe?
I think you could make a compelling argument for either. It sort of depends on the tone of it. Are you threatening him? Are you saying take this bribe or else? Or are you saying like...
Everything
listen.
Zethu says has an undertone of do this or else.
I think that could be command.
All right.
If you're commanding
Command it
him to
is.
take the bribe. As always, keep in mind the rules of the game are you get 1 die per action dot that you have in command, and you can push yourself or accept a devil's bargain to get another die. You can also spend a gambit to get another die. So I think, as always in Scum and Villainy, you have position and effect. So your position here, I think, is going to be, I'm going to say controlled. You're in a good position here, and your effect is going to be standard. Well, how much of a bribe is this?
This is somebody who's had to do this similar bribe before in many a spaceport.
Yeah.
Whatever, like, she knows how much to give.
Okay.
It's not exorbitant. but she knows it's probably more than this guy's probably going to be seeing today.
Okay, sure.
4.
A 4? Okay.
On one of the dice, yeah.
So that is going to be in controlled. That's a mixed success. So, you hesitate. Withdraw and try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence.
Oh, you know I love my consequences.
Okay.
This is a consequences crew.
Yeah. We like getting in deep.
Cool. All right. So let's say minor consequence. Okay. So this guy is gonna take the cred chips and be like, I see. Right, registered to Coruscant. Got it. Now, that should take care of your information, but unfortunately, there is a docking fee for the city.
This guy.
That's gonna come to 50,000 credits, and we're gonna need that up front. Just standard procedure, you understand.
50,000 to dock a ship.
Yep. That's gonna be the standard fee that's gonna be in effect for Mantell Spaceport.
Ahesha's just gonna crack her knuckles in the back.
As you do that, I think, like, now that she's standing, which I think is the first time we've seen Zethu standing, she's also, like, fairly tall. Not nearly as tall as Ahesha, but not super short either. And she just sort of stretches back, so her flight jacket kind of pulls up, and you see the twin blasters at her side, along with 2 vibro blades. And she like, looks over at Ahesha as you're, like, cracking your knuckles, being like, You getting this? 50,000 to dock a ship.
I mean, I'm not good at math, but that seems like
hey, folks,
several
listen,
times too much.
I don't make the rules, okay? If you have a problem with it, you gotta take your ship and get skyward again, or you can take it up with those fellas. And he's gonna point over to the gate. And you can now see that there are a couple of heavily armed guards there. They're Trandoshans. They're pretty big, bulky lizard dudes with some nasty-looking heavy blasters. If somebody wants to give me a study roll, you might learn something interesting.
I will do that because I am real good at that. Cheekra's predator instincts kick in.
Ooh.
Whenever you gather information on a weakness or vulnerability, or study, it basically when you eyeball someone, does this count as that?
Yeah.
Fork, yeah. So I think I only get 1 die because I only have 1 pip.
Yeah.
But I can't get. The lowest I can get is a 4 or a 5.
Okay. And you're in a controlled position, and your effect is going to be standard for this.
All right. That is a 4.
A 4. Okay. So, yeah, you, Cheekra, you clock these guys. You notice that one of them, as he sort of turns to threateningly kind of just maneuver his blaster around to just sort of show off this piece that he's got, you catch just like a glimpse of he's wearing like Star Wars street clothes, you know.
The specific term.
Yeah, you know, boots, a vest,
street clothes.
And you catch a glimpse of a little like necklace that has an emblem on it, which you recognize as the Black Suns. So, these private security dudes for the spaceport appear to work for the Black Sun crime syndicate that controls the planet.
Cheekra is just gonna kind of be like, "Ooh, how subtle is Cheekra? That's the real question."
We're about to find out.
Look. Oh, look. I see. It is, they are Black Sun, no? That is your little doohickey. That is Black Sun, yeah?
The Trandoshan just sort of huffs at you. And the Zabrak guy with the data pad says, "Whoa. All right. I don't know what kind of wild accusations you're throwing around here. This is a private spaceport. We haven't heard of any Black Sun. There's no Black Sun here. This has nothing to do with Black Sun. And if I were you, if you're going to stay on this planet, I would avoid throwing that name around. Just a word of friendly advice."
This does not seem like friendly advice. I'm slightly confused.
Oh no, trust me, friend. It's some friendly advice.
Do not call me friend, buddy.
So we shouldn't tell them that you told us they were Black Sun and to go after them?
Oh, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
All right, listen, folks. I don't know what the problem we're having is here. If there's an issue, like I said, you're free to park your ship outside the city, take your chances with the scrappers. But if you want to park in this spaceport, it's 50,000 credits.
Now, David, having been a hunter for a while, does Zethu know that this is just an unrealistic, exorbitant amount?
It's a lot. It's not insane, but it's steep. This is going to basically, you're going to have to spend 1 cred of your abstracted currency to
I have to remember
to do
how
this.
many we had. Okay.
I believe you currently have
We have 3. Now, see, I heard 40 plus the little bonus that you get to keep to yourself. That's a good deal any day of the week.
All right, so Ahesha and Zethu, you are being intimidating and persuasive here in turns. Let's get some sort of group action here. So I think this is either going to be Zethu or Ahesha leading a group of the 2 of you, or one of you assisting the other.
What would the skill be?
That is
because Ahesha's basically just a scrapper.
Yeah,
and that's what she was threatening, was scrapping.
If you want to like escalate it to that point, you can roll with scrap, but you're going to have to do something overtly violent.
Yeah, it sounds like we're trying to command here.
Yeah, I'll let you,
threats.
I think. What's the difference between group and assisting?
So, so for an assist, you take 1 stress and you kick another player 1 die. And for a group action, every player who participates is going to roll, and then the best single roll is going to count for everybody. And then you take 1 stress for any 1 to 3s. So it's more about, do you think you're more like doing this in tandem together, or do you think you're more like helping out something that someone else is doing?
I feel like this is more together.
Yeah, I was gonna say this.
Okay.
This feels like tandem.
Cool.
Mhm.
So let's have a group action. Anybody else can get in on this. I think Cheekra could make a valid argument. And Gom, you have been thus far simply observing. What do you do here?
Gom is looking around to see if things do get hectic or violent, I suppose. Who else around may be a threat, or more importantly, where can he go to get out of the way of a blaster fire?
Good. Okay.
Gom get on the ship or get stuck with this poor Gom.
Yeah.
So, what I was literally planning on doing is Cheekra just kind of palms what is on them a very large blaster, but in fact is a very small holdout blaster, and just very clearly not pull it drawing it, but just kind of tugs on the like the what are you wearing? What's your top? What's
Which one of us?
The doctor.
Well, right now he's wearing kind of like a long jacket.
Okay. Cheekra's just gonna pop that into your pocket.
And Gom, I think, taking sort of stock of the situation, as things are slowly getting more tense, you see that there are a number of crates in this area which you could hide behind. And there's the little control area that this Zabrak guy came out of, which has a door into it. You're not sure if there's a way out through there, but there could be. And it's certainly a safe area. You don't see anybody behind the window. So, there's that situation. So, Zethu, give me Zethu, Cheekra, and Ahesha all give me rolls. And Zethu, you're leading, so you're going to take the stress.
That's a 6.
Ooh.
All right.
I wouldn't bother.
What are we
your
rolling?
position here is your position I think is risky, and your effect I think is going to be lesser. Your effect is going to be limited. That's the term. You're going to have limited effect because you can kind of only address this guy, and also clearly nobody here is used to getting pushback on this. But you did get a 6. What everybody else get, because you still have to take that stress.
That's what can I just roll whatever I think makes the most sense?
You all are rolling the same action.
Okay, so what did you roll? Marcy.
Command.
Was command again? Okay, so everybody's rolling
All right.
with command.
So I have no pips in command.
Yeah, so when you have no pips in something, you're going to roll 2d6, and you have to take the lower of the 2.
Okay.
That's another 4 from me.
Okay, so no stress
That's a
for that.
2 for me.
Ooh, some stress.
All right,
Yep.
so
I rolled a 5 and a 2.
Zethu's going to have to take a hit of stress. But you're able to have... you do it, and you're able to have that limited effect. And the guy says, all right, you folks have been nothing but reasonable, obviously. So just let's just step into my office for a minute. We'll sort this out, and you boys just stay put, okay? Great. And he ushers you all into that little sort of control room.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not sure how this would really work, but we're gonna keep calling these Zethu Desh's instincts. As he's ushering us into that room, how are they pinging? How can I tap into that?
That would be a roll to attune.
Attune.
Yeah. So what are you looking for, first of all?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You have a bad feeling about this. Okay.
Or rather, I want to establish if I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay.
Do you have a bad feeling?
That's another
about
6.
So
Ooh.
give me a roll to attune. Your position here is, I think this is kind of desperate, because you're not like, you don't have good control, and your effect
Gain
is
experience when you roll in a desperate position, right?
Yes, you get experience for that. And your effect is limited. But you got a 6. So you're able to do it.
That music drop.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're ushered in here, the guy says, "All right. Listen. You kicked something a little my way. I'm happy about that. We don't have to get into any violence, least of all with those boys who, if I'm being honest, would just as soon shoot me as they would you. So, I'll cut you a deal. We'll do the 40,000 that you wanted, and nobody has to know about it. But you gotta promise me that nobody knows about this. If this gets out, I am in deep trouble." And
Hey. Oh, go
Zethu,
ahead.
you get this feeling as he talks. He's being honest with you about being in trouble, but he has additional intentions that he's not telling you about. You just get a feeling. There's something
To bring us
else.
back here a little bit. Like there was something else.
No, just in general. This guy is working another angle.
Whatever deal we cut here, it won't leave this room.
Okay, good. I'd appreciate that.
But you seem a bit jumpy.
Listen, you're a bunch of heavily armed folks, and normally people just pay. All right? Typically, when you got a couple of 7-foot-tall Trandashans pointing heavy blasters in your direction, you just kind of pay up.
Zethu reaches in like to her on her belt and just like pulls out the guild marker for being like a bounty hunter and just sort of gives him this like
Bounty hunters.
and then closes it.
Of course.
I get this feeling that not all's well here on Mantell.
Hey, listen. I'm just a working stiff doing my everyday job here at the spaceport. All right? Things that are going on in the rest of the city, not my concern.
But you hear things.
Yeah, everyone hears things.
What do you hear?
Interesting.
She's picking up the vibe that there's something else and she's kind of just running with it.
Give me... Yeah, give me a roll for this. What are you doing here?
What is this? This one might... See,
Sway.
is it sway or consort? Like, because like I'm not asking him to do anything for me. I'm not trying to persuade him.
That's more consort.
That's great because I don't have anything in that. So
Cool.
it's much more fun. 2, not great.
Oh. Marcy, I think we lost your audio.
Oh, did
I
you?
can hear her.
Yeah, I can hear.
Or did I lose everybody's audio?
Oh
You may have lost
no,
everything.
that's different.
Let's find out.
In other news,
What
I
can
had a-
chat hear?
That's
I
a good
had
question.
a really
Chat, can you hear me?
horrifying idea when we were talking about this. What if you replaced all
All right.
mention of the word
Cool.
force with the term
I
Oh,
can no longer
chat can hear us.
anybody. I have a suspicion
Hi,
about what
chat.
happened. Please hold.
But seriously, replace the word force with vibe. I sense a disturbance.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. I forgot to charge my headphones this evening. So, the state of affairs was, everybody was off on the side in this small control room with this Zabrak, who is some sort of spaceport employee, and Zethu, as you're talking to him, you just get this feeling that that he's not telling you everything that's going on, and you want to know what's going on. So, you had just made a roll to consort with this fellow. What'd you get?
It was a 2.
2. Okay. So, yeah. This was, I think, a controlled position with limited effect. And you are, you're not gonna get much of anything else out of this guy. He's like, now listen, I'm not paid to do a bunch of gossiping. I'm paid to collect the fee and get the spaceport moving, okay? So either let's do business or let's not. Let's not stand around jawing here, because every second that we do, the boys outside are getting nervous and their fingers are getting close to those blaster triggers.
I think Zethu takes a look at the rest of the crew like, nah. And she slides, she fronts the money.
Okay, cool. So you're going to have to mark off 1 credit here for that amount, including the bribe from earlier. And the guy is like, thank you. All right. So your ship will be here for as long as you need. Here's your ticket. And he hands you a little data stick.
Validation card.
Yeah. Do not lose this. If
There it
you
is.
lose this, you cannot reclaim your ship. This is a very important chip. If you don't have the chip, you don't get the ship. And he points to
Wow.
a sign that says, if you don't have the chip, you don't get the ship.
Wow, I hate it.
Is LS with us?
LS is back on the ship, though
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to bring LS, you can.
I feel like Zethu, and you can push back on this if you like, but I feel like Zethu and Ellis have a protocol here, especially in ports like this one, where if somebody is stupid enough to try to take the ship fights back.
I mean, sure, that's reasonable.
I mean, she knows this from experience. The ship fought her for a couple of years.
Totally.
It's LS's ship, as we know.
Yeah, I just live in it.
So many snide remarks.
All right, and with that, you are free to head out into Ord Mantell City and see what you can learn about your bounty and perhaps the fate of your erstwhile contact. And that's where we're going to take a break. We will be back in just a bit, folks, here on ManaPot Studios with Flights of Fandom, Longshot. So, when we last left our crew of bounty hunters, you had just landed in Mantell City here on Ord Mantell. The situation is as follows. You've tracked your bounty to Ord Mantell, and you had a contact on planet, an old friend of Ahesha's, who seemed to know something about your bounty and or your bounties, as there are multiple bounties in play here, and their possible locations. However, just before you hit orbit, you got a call from that contact, Caden Beale, where he said you had to move your planned meeting, and the holo call cut off in blaster fire. So now you're here in the city. What do you want to do?
I guess, first of all, let's figure out where I was going to meet him.
Let's figure that out. Where would you have set a meeting spot with Caden?
A bar.
Cantina,
It's traditional.
right?
It is
I mean-
traditional.
I gotta do what I gotta do, y'all.
David, do you have some cantina music ready to go?
Oh, if only. Here.
Like,
There you go. That'll work.
This will be our cantina music. So you set a meeting at. It's the silly playlist.
is the waitstaff Oompa Loompas?
They're what are the little guys? Not the Jawas.
Oh my God.
Not the Ewoks.
Jawa strip club.
Oh, no, Cheekra, no.
The
gonna
guy who rode and raised the weird animals in The Mandalorian.
Oh,
Who was
yeah.
played by somebody famous. This is bad. I'm not doing well.
No,
here.
continue.
He was played by Nick Nolte.
Yeah,
Right? Is that correct?
I'm enjoying
That
watching
sounds
you do
right.
this.
I don't know what those guys are called. They were on the Death Star. It's with a U. Chat. Chat.
Queen.
Thank you so much.
the character.
Ugnaught.
Ugna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kui was the character you were looking for.
Great.
I was having a lot of fun watching you do that, though.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
There's names of things I know and there's names of things I do not. So, fortunately, chat was here to save us. Thank you, Navigator 44.
Play of the game.
Yeah. So let's call this cantina. This is gonna be the Starlight Cantina. This is a place in sort of a slightly rough and tumble area of Mantell City. Not too run down. It's lively. It's a lively area. So you're walking towards this cantina from the spaceport. The ground level of Mantell City is this kind of Blade Runner-esque area. There are these blocky buildings with machinery sticking out all over, power lines crisscrossing above these crowded streets, filled with all kinds of people, different species. There's a lot of sort of foot traffic, street vendors going back and forth, all these brightly colored holograms, advertising shops and restaurants, hotels, soft drinks, snack foods, all hovering and animated over the street. Who here has the most insight? Who has the most in insight?
Gom has 2 insight.
So does Ahesha.
All right.
Just
Wait,
the one.
how do the horizontals and the
Vertically.
verticals?
Yeah.
Verticals,
So-
I have 3.
Ooh.
Wow.
I have a single point.
So, Ahesha, I want you to give me a fortune roll with your insight.
So is that 3 dice?
Yeah, so that's going to be 3 for each pip that you have in your insight.
Okay. That's a 4, 3, 2.
Okay, so your highest was a 4.
Mhm.
Cool. So Ahesha, you're the one who sees this. You just catch this glimpse of. You happen to glance up towards the top of the buildings, and you just catch this glimpse of a figure in a cloak. Can't see them very well. They appear to be sort of peering over the edge of this building, watching you. and as soon as they notice that you see them, they turn and they begin. They climb up a ladder and scramble away across some rooftops.
We may have company soon.
It's never the good company either.
No, we had a runner.
Is there good company? Cheekra has not run into this yet.
I'd say Cheekra is good company.
Oh, you say the sweetest things.
This music is sending me.
It's. Listen, I'm gonna level with you. It's not very appropriate.
I think at this point,
If it's
with
the
that,
crew, well,
Somebody's just having a clarinet solo. Let them live their best life.
Sure.
Everyone's
Is that what we walk
booing.
into?
Yeah, no, everyone is like just booing this poor guy that's just playing this one.
Yeah. Okay. Enough of this.
with that a little bit of insight, however, you do see Cheekra begins the process of basically unsnapping a number of different holsters, just in case.
Just
Just
keep your
in
pants
case.
on. We'll be good.
I'm not wearing any pants.
Wait, is Cheekra not wearing pants?
Why would they wear pants?
Pockets.
Pants are a tool of imperial oppression. Everyone knows this.
But they have pockets.
That is what all these straps are for, though.
Is that
So-
what they're for? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You arrive at the Starlight Cantina, your appointed meeting place. You walk in. It's a dark room. The only light is coming from the tabletops, which are sort of lit from underneath. They're these sort of big expanses of light that everybody's putting their drinks on. But other than that, it's very dim. There's a classic semicircular bar in the center of the room, and the whole space is filled with the hum of conversation and this sort of I'm gonna say not too lively music. This is a bit more of a chill. This is a bit more of a chill spot.
Does it look like there has been a brawl here?
Not recently. No. It's dim. It's hard to tell, but everybody's sort of conducting business as usual.
Desh, you want to come up with me and ask about Beal?
Yeah, do I get a drink out of it?
Got cookies. You want drinks too? Fine, whatever.
Yes. What is cookie without drink?
If
Just
you give an Ewok a cookie.
Okay, Ahesha's gonna go up.
Yeah, I'll go with.
How high does the bar come?
Oh, god damn it.
Amazing. I'll pick you up.
It's a
No,
standard.
I was
Yeah.
gonna offer Cheekra a shoulder perch.
Yeah, I think Cheekra, if you offer that, Cheekra is just like, thank you. And scrambles up the side, hangs onto one side, and just kind of eyeballs, who's the bartender? Is there a bartender? What's going on here?
So the bartender's head pops over the bar, and he says, "Welcome to bar. Hello." And you are confronted with one of the little guys that Babu Frick is.
Chat!
I
We
wrote
summoned they.
this one down. They are Anzelans. So this is a little Babu Frick looking gent with a little apron
You've been waiting to do this voice.
and a little towel flipped over his little shoulder.
Oh, they're so cute though.
Oh my god.
What drink I get for you?
Doc, you drinking?
Someone's got to stay sober.
All right. What's a beer in space? 3 space
Space-
beers.
I hate that you said that.
Let's go with the stand. I feel like the good move is always put a name of a Star Wars planet in front of an alcohol. So you could order like a Corellian ale, right?
Like 3 Corellian lights.
No.
I'm just fucking around. No, we drink actual Corellians.
I have eaten a Corellian.
No,
Okay,
you
good.
good.
3 Corellians, right? And
Um,
the little guy
well-
zoops under the bar, and you hear clinking and clacking. And he whoops back up and has to, like, with 2 hands, hold this pint glass that he plonks onto the bar, and then shoom, clink, clink, clack, clack, clink, clink, clunk, 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 shoom, clunk, and repeats this 3 times.
Wow.
Do you have anything a little bit stronger?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure, like, Desh only does shots.
Yes.
Well, the beer
only
can be
the
a
best
chaser.
stuff.
Yes. Shots.
Okay, shots for
Buddy.
everyone. Shoom, clink, clink,
Oh,
clunk,
God.
clunk, clunk. Shot, clink, clink, clunk, 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 clunk. Shot, clink, clink, clunk, shot.
All right.
Did any of you want that shot as well?
Didn't I just?
I'm gonna
Okay, calm down, buddy. We're on
punch
the
your
job.
little furry ass right out of this bar.
Yeah,
Mm,
I
beer
definitely
is
take
good.
one.
Knows good alcohol.
You can certainly try.
I drop some monetary compensation
Sure.
on the counter, and then I'll say, "Hey, buddy, what's your name?"
Ooh, me? Fredo.
Yeah.
Bartender.
What, you say
Proprietor.
Fredo?
Fredo.
All right, Mr. Fredo. Looking for a friend of mine. He was supposed to meet me here. Good-looking guy. Human. Blonde. Hard to miss.
Fredo sees lots of good-looking guys. Wink. He says wink.
And that's when Zethu takes a shot.
Cheekra also leans down off of Ahesha's shoulder and like grabs one of these shots in his little fuzzy paw and just tosses it back.
What is name of good-looking guy?
Caden Beal.
And Fredo's eyes widen in recognition. Oh yes, Beal. He come here a lot. Poking around. He get in trouble.
What trouble?
Oh, I tell him, big trouble. You poke your nose where it don't belong, you get trouble. It's a bad city for trouble.
Zethu like leans over the bar top and is just like, that trouble, black sun shaped.
Yes, sons. Don't say too loud.
Oh, Criff.
Mm-hmm.
I tell
What
you
are-
about trouble too much. We do get in trouble.
What are we whispering about?
Zethu looks up over at Ahesha and is just, oh, sounds like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you
Well-
think?
Just out of character for a moment.
Mhm.
Caden is our lead to our bounty. Is that right?
Yeah, so Caden has
Mhm.
information about where the Imperials are
Mm-hmm.
on this planet, who you are tracking, basically.
Mm-hmm. Well, we need him to get the job done.
Listen, you need Caden? You
Mm-hmm.
want to get him out of trouble? You talk to her. And he points into the corner of the room. And you turn and you see a large Bothan woman in the corner sipping a tall drink. Cheekra, I think you recognize Kai pretty readily.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Cheekra immediately grabs 2 shots and just does them back to back.
Cheekra, tell us about Kai.
Kai is associate from back when Cheekra worked with the New Republic intelligence apparatus a little bit more aggressively. Before all the misunderstandings, the murder, mass mayhem, accusations of terrorism, and other things. Kai is a Bothan official within the New Republic intelligence organization, and was Cheekra's handler when Cheekra was still doing jobs for the New Republic. She is very large and very Bothan-y, which is Bothans are basically dog people. They're large, bipedal dog people.
Big ears.
Big old, huge fucking, like, bat ears. Yep.
So, what do you do?
That's all you need to know. Cheekra hides, tries to use Ahesha as a shield.
You're just like a backpack on her now?
Yes. A very heavy backpack. Like, I think like 50% of Cheekra's body mass is weapons.
It's fine. She's strong. Ahesha, like, feels Cheekra scramble, and then turns to them, like, over her shoulder and says, all right. Any tips on how to talk to her?
Fridu has tip. Buy drink.
Zethu takes the beer that she's not drinking.
Let's go.
Oh no.
Just stay behind me.
You hear Zethu just like kind of like muttering as like she's walking over, like, job's a job. It's all about results for her.
Mm-hmm.
Gom, how are you reacting to these proceedings?
Gom is trying to figure out what is behind the bar. As in, what is this bartender? He's never seen this species before. He's very confused. They didn't cover this in medical school. But he does know what a Bothan is, and he's ready to go talk to this Bothan for his boy Cheekra if he doesn't want to.
All right. So
well, in that case, Ahesha with the Cheekra backpack will kind of stay behind and let the other two take the lead.
Has Cheekra been spotted?
Let's have a roll.
All right. Scramble?
Yeah, because you're trying to scramble up Ahesha before you get noticed.
That's a fuck.
And I think Ahesha, you can assist here if you want to.
Yeah, I'll like push my shoulder back,
So
arms
you're gonna
back.
take a stress, and Cheekra, you get another die. Remember that you can push yourself and spend a gambit.
I'm not spending a gambit on this.
This is desperate. This is an absolutely desperate action that you're attempting to do. But the effect will be standard.
How's 2 1s do?
Oh no!
Which
it's
notably on these dice.
It's not good. The group approaches, and Ahesha, you're sort of hanging back, and you approach this big, tough-looking Bothan woman in like Republic commando armor, just chilling in the back of this, chilling in the corner of this bar with her boots kicked up on the seat across from her, and the second you approach, she says, "Oh, his little fuzzbear! Is this Cheekra I see? Cheekra, little man, you cannot hide from me."
I was not trying to hide. I am merely resting. It is, yeah. It is good to see you too, Kai.
Oh, so now you're telling me you get different big strong women to carry you around everywhere. I am hurt, Cheekra, my feelings.
That's a lie. We both know that is a lie. You do not have feelings.
And she goes and like physically picks you up off of Ahesha, and sort of like
Cheekra
waggles
absolutely
you in the
tries to
air.
bite her. But this is clearly, I think everybody else can kind of get the vibe that they're old friends.
And she, she avoids. She's laughing as she avoids your, snapping jaws, and plops you back so you're standing on the seat beside her at the table that she's sitting at. So, little Cheekra, what brings you to this neck of the woods? I guess I shouldn't be surprised, given the general tenor of this planet. But well, you brought friends.
Yes, no traveling companions. We are here seeking, bounties. Your average shenanigans. Murder, mayhem, explosions.
Yes, I know about your average shenanigans. Cheekra, my little friend. If only you would direct that energy somewhere a little more productive, you know?
The death of Imperials is always productive. The universe is better without them.
This is your problem, Cheekra. You think any Imperial you kill is good. You do not look at bigger picture.
Bigger picture does not matter until my people are avenged. You know this guy.
I do. This is why I work for New Republic Security Bureau and why you are mercenary. Both valuable professions. So,
Yes.
are you going to introduce me to your new associates?
Yes. And he'll individually introduce everybody one by one. I think probably starting with Ahesha. Just be like, yes, this is the engineer of our ship. She is very good at. She does these amazing things with these small pastries. You would be very impressed. And the doctor and the effervescent. I think that is the word. I'm not sure. The pirate, Zethu, Desh. Yes.
Well, I am much pleased to meet all of your acquaintances. So, Cheekra, what brings you to Ord Mantell?
Is anybody else giving any signals or vibes to Cheekra? Because Cheekra is just not the person you want talking.
Yes, and
I thought
anybody
you
else
were
can
the
step
most
in at any point.
charismatic.
Oh God, am I the most
You
charismatic? Oh no!
Yes.
That's not good for anybody. Cheekra is we are looking for a little bounty here and there. Somebody specific, but more recently. What's the name of the dude we're looking for?
Beal?
Hayden Beal.
One pretty boy human, Caden Beal. It sounds like he has come into a little bit of kerfuffle recently. Do you
Beal in
know anything
trouble.
about that? Last I heard, or last Zethu heard at least.
Yep.
This is not good. He and I are working together on this planet. New Republic Security Bureau brought him in as an independent contractor. He's a reliable man, old rebellion military. Good head on his shoulders, but, well, you say he's gotten himself into some kind of trouble. What's that?
Cheekra looks to Zethu.
The only kind of trouble we keep hearing about on this planet.
Damn. Yes, the Suns. Okay. Well, Not surprising, had to happen sooner or later, and that's the reason we're here in the first place, of course.
Look, I'm not interested in whatever you guys have got going on here, whatever operation you're running. But that man's got some information that's good for our business. So if we can help each other out, I'd be much obliged.
As would I. Well, I wouldn't have known about this until his daily report, which is still several hours away. We may have time to get in and rescue our man faster than we otherwise would have, thanks to you. So, you're willing to get Caden back from Black Suns?
Whatever it takes to get the job done.
What she
Hey.
said.
You said you.
I like her.
You said you were here working together with him.
Yeah, I am. New Republic Security Bureau was brought in by the Mantellian government. They are Republic affiliated here, technically. Ord Mantell is part of the Republic, but, well, Black Suns pulls the real strings here, as for years, ever since before the Empire, even. And New Republic, well, it's not good for our image to have a crime-ridden world, so we work with local government, come in, try to loosen the Black Suns' grip, take them down a peg, but, you know, it's early days. There's not much we can do yet. We're gathering information, talking about, trying to interrupt their operations where we can. But, well, we have limited manpower here. So, I know Caden, he is trusted mercenary, and I bring him in on the job, and, well, he does good work so far. But these gangsters, these Black Suns, they're nasty folks. You don't want to mess around with them. And, well, we have been messing around with them a bit.
Sounds suicidal on your part.
Listen, I work for the greater good of the Republic. If that requires sacrifice, so be it.
Cheekra's just eye rolling behind, like next to her.
All right, so what are we doing?
Well, I have my suspicions. I'm willing to bet if the local Black Sun thugs figured out where Caden was holed up, they probably wouldn't have killed him immediately. They're just as keen to know what we're doing as we are to know what they're doing. So, I'm willing to bet they capture him, they bring him to one of their bases around the city. Closest one to where he was stationed is warehouse, edge of town near scrapyards. I'm willing to bet they bring him there. So if you help, then our job is clear. We get into warehouse one way or another and get Caden out. What do you say?
Zethu leans across the table, just she's calculating the fact that if Caden and Kai were working together, stands to reason they might know some of the same things. It so happens that your contact was also our contact.
Yes?
Now, what do you know about some of the Imperial remnants that might be on this planet still? Specifically, a certain engineer.
You're after the bounty.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, we put out the bounty for a reason. Hard to say yet. If Caden uncovered something, it was preliminary. He didn't report it to me. Imperials are on this world for sure. We encounter them from time to time, but It's not clear where they're based. They're well hidden. They pay off the Black Suns, and as long as the money keeps flowing, Black Suns look the other way and prevent the planetary government from figuring out what the imps are up to.
Zethu does not look pleased. She was hoping that there was an easier way that they might have the same information so she wouldn't have to fuck with the Black Suns.
Was worth a shot.
Hey,
Worth
I
a
don't do
shot.
that loyalty shtick.
You cannot enter a new ecosystem without causing a little bit of mass disaster. It seems, I don't suppose you could slosh any of those extra fancy New Republic credits our way if we were to assist you. Huh? And Cheekra gives the biggest Ewok smile ever, which is just terrifying. It's adorable and terrifying at the same time.
Little bear, I see what you're getting at. I think so. You recover Caden and get back the man I was working with. I could see it that you get some kind of reward. Won't be a lot. Like I said, New Republic Security Bureau is stretched thin here.
I'll take a
But I
bonus.
get you something.
This sounds good to me. Cheekra approves. Well then, what are we waiting for? Where is the warehouse?
Alright. I give you directions. You can go there, do the op. I need to report in. If Caden is in trouble, I need to call for backup. Immediately. And she hands you, she pulls out a data pad, punches in some information on there, and hands it over to you.
Ahesha will take it.
Yeah, this is my comm link here. If you need to get in touch with me, call. Alright?
Okay.
If this takes too long, hopefully my reinforcements get here. We come in and we get all of you. But, well, I know Little Bear. I know how he goes. I think you will be fine. Try not to blow up entire warehouse, Cheekra.
No
we don't
guarantees.
want to draw too much attention.
I refuse to guarantee that.
I'll take what I can get. It's good to see you. And she sort of puts a hand, a big furry hand on your little furry shoulder and kind of clasps it affectionately.
It is good to see you too, Kai. And Cheekra is visibly embarrassed right now.
So, the four of you have your next step. Go to this warehouse, get inside one way or another, get Caden Beale out. What's your plan?
When we're outside, once we've left earshot and it's just the four of us again, I will turn to Cheekra and say, how trustworthy is Kai?
David, in my experience, have I ever had any issues with
Kai is exceptionally upright and by the book. She she doesn't shy away from kind of the nitty-gritty, but she always does it according to code to the absolute best of her ability, and that includes being completely straightforward with you. You have never known her to deliberately mislead you in any context when you've worked together previously.
She is as true as one of the great trees. I trust her implicitly.
Okay, then I want to know why Caden called us and not her.
That sounds like a him problem to me.
If you Why would you call somebody off world if you're gonna get shot? If you're getting shot at, rather than your partner on the ground?
Maybe because he knew that you'd come in swinging.
Yeah, you'd think his partner would too.
Hey, we're the muscle around here.
It's just something to keep an eye out for.
To say they were limited in manpower, maybe that would be better suited than security.
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. It just seemed odd. Remember, I haven't seen him in a while.
I've seen worse and shadier situations. And personally, I don't care if we blow up that warehouse.
Yes. I remember why I like working with you, Zethu.
Yeah.
Listen, I love the idea of getting a bonus for this. But make no mistake, if this is too much, I'll find us another way to get the information that we need. I'm not putting my life on the line for a job.
I think we can handle it.
Wait, are you guys not putting your lives on the line for the job? Is there
No.
another option? Nobody told me there was other options.
It's called
Shit.
getting back on the ship and fucking right off.
Yeah, I'm with Zethu on this one.
Oh, I mean, I guess
It's
if we
okay,
want to play it
Cheekra.
that way.
It's all about how badly you want it.
You guys have been getting paid?
Listen, I've gotten all of my bounties turned in. But it's not because I was stupid enough to play loyal with my contacts. I've seen enough people die in this line of work. They get too close to the people that they're with. Are we clear on this? If we can get him out, we'll get him out. I'd rather not look for a new point of contact. It's annoying. But if it's looking like it's going to be too much, I'm out of there.
Kane's a military man. He knows how this stuff works.
Good.
So,
If we do find him and he's injured, Doc, you do the stabby and the soy, yeah?
Maybe not the stabby, but definitely the soy, sure. We'll get him. I'll get him talking at least.
That is the important bit.
all right. So, we're going to jump over to the warehouse. Scum and Villainy wants you to just dive right into a job. So we are going to pick a plan, and then we're going to make an engagement roll, and we're going to see where you are when the action starts. Remember that you can always, during the job, flash back to your planning earlier, which I think is going to take place en route. So you can always flash back to when you were going to the warehouse to fill in details in the present. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So, what's your plan? How are you getting Caden out?
I'm
Quiet.
assuming... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say quiet and then loud if it comes to that.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay. Cool. So that is going to be an infiltration plan. What's your entry point, do you think?
Is there rooftop access? A hatch open? Something you can drop down from?
I can always make an entrance too.
I think
That's on the
rooftop
loud
access
side.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. So you're going in via the roof. Let's do an engagement roll. So,
Woohoo!
God, it's so weird to be playing a crunchy system again.
I don't have it up.
So let's see, I'm looking at planning load. We choose a plan, we pick a load. Okay.
Yeah, everybody pick your load amount before we go in.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy. Cheekra's always heavy.
Normal for me.
Normal for Ahesha.
Light for the dock.
Cool. All right. So, the engagement roll is a fortune roll, so you're going to start with one single die. And who wants to roll? I can.
Who's leading?
Is there a leading in this?
No, not
Oh,
for
there
this
isn't.
specifically.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Blaze in the
just
Dark has
who
that
feels
function
like
of a leader for the heists.
Do we? I have one in scramble. If we're doing stealth, but we could argue a bunch of other stuff. One thing, David, can I gather intel on the? Is there time to gather intel, or do we do that during a flashback?
You can do it now, or you can do it during a flashback.
Opinions?
I think flashback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I think Marcy should roll because she's been rolling well.
That's a whole
That's a lot of pressure, but what are we rolling in again?
So you have one base die.
There's just one
I'm gonna
die.
Give you 1d because this is a daring operation. You're going up against like the major crime syndicate on this planet. They don't expect it, so that's going to give you a die.
So 2 die so far?
2 so far, and you got some information from a contact, which is going to give you another one.
3.
However, being that this crime syndicate is in control of the planet, they are in a very strong position. This warehouse is likely heavily guarded, and you may have difficulty approaching it without getting clocked. So I'm going to take away a die for that. So we should be sitting at 2.
Okay.
So roll 2d6 and we'll see what we get.
Not great.
And I dropped a die over here.
Oh. It's a 2 and a 1. It's not
Oh,
great.
Jesus Christ.
That's what you get for cursing me.
I tried, okay?
Fetch the wood. It must be knocked upon.
So things are starting out
Great.
bad.
Yeah.
Let's get a little more exciting music going. So our view swoops in over this warehouse on the edge of town. We see this sort of big, hulking plastcrete structure, which is tucked among these sort of smaller industrial buildings. Out beyond this area, the scrap yards begin, so you can see bits of scrap sort of overshadowing this part of the city. This warehouse has these big conical turrets at each corner, exhaust vents and comm equipment poking up out of the top, and is, on even a cursory glance, suspiciously well guarded. There are guys with big heavy blasters at all of the entrance points, and a few even sort of moving up and down the street, and they're clearly concentrating on this warehouse and not on any of the smaller ones around it. These guys have this sort of they have the same sort of vibe as those guards that you saw at the spaceport. That's kind of their angle. So we swoop in over this area and we see the crew climbing up a ladder on the sort of back edge of this building. And who would peek over first?
Probably me. I'm tall.
Cool. So Ahesha, you peek your head up and over, and you see that there are guards on the roof. One posted at each corner of the rooftop of this warehouse, and as you poke your head up, the nearest guy happens to turn his head. We'll say he's a Nautilin. So one of those guys with a whole lot of tentacle hair, and holding a big two-handed heavy blaster rifle. Turns, sees you, says, "Hey, where do you think you're going? What do you do?"
I drop back down.
Oh man.
Oh, well, so much for stealth.
I
You've
have
got
a
4
fun
on the roof.
idea.
Get back here! Hey! Somebody's climbing up the back!
Well, this was fast.
And
We
you
go
hear
loud now,
footsteps
yes?
pounding across the rooftop.
They
in
went
your
loud
direction.
first.
I have a fun idea.
Yeah.
Seeing as they already are going to engage, and Zethu's just like, shit. She pulls out her twin blasters and like hops up onto the roof ready to kind of engage them. But we're going to have some fun with the weird shit that I can do without knowing it. And I want to kind of growl at them with like full-blown intent, thinking that I'm just going to try to intimidate them before, because I'm aiming for one of them already. But what I want them to do is back off.
Okay. Seems like you're angling for an attune roll.
It is.
Is that correct?
I want them to back off.
Yeah. Okay. So this is for sure desperate. But if you do it, your effect will be standard.
Fuck yeah. She doesn't know that she's doing it anyway.
Yep.
So if it fails, I'm just gonna shoot.
Keep in mind, there are ways for you to bump your position and effect, and there are ways to give yourself more dice.
Is that you asking if I want to do a deal with the dark side, David?
Dark side.
Do you?
Of course.
Okay. Okay. Here's the deal. If you do this, you will be able to tap into your instincts. They're not going to go off the way that you might expect.
Oh, hell yeah, I want that. That's a 6, baby.
All right. You do it.
Now, of course, the dice love me.
Because this is standard effect, I think this is only going to affect 2 of the 4 guards.
And it was a desperate position, correct?
It was desperate.
Cool. I'm marking like the XP as we go for the desperate ones.
Make sure you mark when you roll desperate actions. So what do you do? What do you say? Or if anything?
I mean, literally, because Zethu is unaware of some of the things that she can do, she's trying to do her usual intimidation thing.
Okay, so you're just like jumping up and looking fierce.
Yeah, she's like got the pistols out and she's just like, back off.
Cool. And as you say that, there is this like little crackle of lightning that sort of bridges the air between your outstretched hands and these guys.
Oh!
And it sort of goes out a little bit and then kind of like pulls back into you. And I'm going to give you an injury here. You're going to be shaken. This is a level 1.
You all saw that?
As this electricity sort of whoops back up your arms, and the guys are freaked the hell out. They stop and they're pointing their blasters at you. the lead guy, the Nautilin, says, "What the hell was that?"
I don't know. Are we going into rounds or?
We're going into what do you do next?
Well,
they are held up momentarily because of Zethu's
Ahesha would like to
intimidation.
grab the nearest one and throw him into the other one.
Great. What do you want to do for this?
Scrap?
Scrap seems good. Okay, cool. This is risky, but I think it's going to have great
I
effect.
assist in that.
Yeah, totally.
I think Cheekra, when Ahesha gets up on the roof, Cheekra literally hitches a ride and is going to, as she comes down, is going to roll and basically set up a trip to make it easier for Ahesha to sweep and then throw.
Cool. Okay. So I'm just gonna call this an assist. And you can, Cheekra, you can pay 1 stress to kick another die over to Ahesha.
Stress is paid.
All right, and I'm going to. Why the fuck not? I'm a push myself for a 3rd die.
All right.
All right, so it's 3d6 from pain. Well, that's a bunch of butt. It's a 2 and 2 1s.
A 2 and 2 1s. Okay.
Zoom.
So that's bad.
Is this better?
Yeah. All right. Okay, this was risky. Things go badly. There's going to be harm, a complication, or you're going to end up in a desperate position. So I think what happens is you are able to do this.
Okay.
You take the guy. You toss him aside into one of the other guards. Cheekra, you've rolled under. One of the guards are going to fall on top of you, Cheekra.
No.
And I'm gonna give you a level 1 harm bruised.
Can I resist that?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and resist that. And this should be also the time to mention that I am wearing armor. Lots of armor.
Cool.
I don't know if that's relevant.
You can expend a slot of armor to resist something without rolling. So
okay, I will save that. I'm just wearing armor. Like that's for sure a thing that's going on. Which is like technically a flashback, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna roll with prowess.
Wait, I'm sorry, you're not using the armor, or you are using
I'm not using the armor for this. I'm gonna roll for this. So I'm gonna roll with prowess, which I use how many dice?
It's the vertical pips.
Okay, so I use
column.
3 dice. Because I have 3 pips in my first column.
Sure.
All right. That is a 6, a fuck, and a fuck.
Okay. Well, then the 6 stands. You get through this stress-free. What does it look like as you avoid this?
I think you see Cheekra just kind of rolls and forces their upper body into the position to take the blow because, as always, pants are part of the imperial domination of the galaxy and cannot be abided.
We've learned nothing tonight.
Basically, I think Cheekra puts themselves into a position to be more of a rock in a hard place than squishy teddy bear.
Okay. Cool. So that is successful. And you're able to do that. Meanwhile, Ahesha, you have blaster fire coming your way from the other two guards. So you are going to take a couple of blaster hits.
I would like to resist that.
Okay, that is something you can do.
And we flash back and we see that when Cheekra was putting on armor, so was Ahesha.
Great.
So I would like to resist that with prowess also.
Okay. So give me a roll.
You know what? These dice are fired. We're using these 3. All right, much better. There's a 6 in there. 6, a 3, and a 1.
Okay. Cool. So with a 6, you don't have to pay any stress. You're good. And how do you avoid the blaster fire?
I am very nimble for somebody my size, and I just cool action movie roll out of the way.
Yeah, so you roll out of the way as these blaster shots ping, 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 pew, pew, off of the harmlessly off of the rooftop that you're on. What do you do?
Is Gom? I don't know if Wesley wants to do something. I don't want
Gom.
Gom
I think at this point you're all on the roof. Gom, you're the last to pop up.
Yeah,
So-
he'll pull himself up just in time to see the goon get thrown into the other goon with Cheekra in the area, and we'll flash back to earlier to when Gom and Cheekra were sharing a religious experience, shooting the wall of the ship, and then with the same blaster that Cheekra had slipped him in the spaceport, and he'll take it out and he'll take some shots at the two near Cheekra.
Cool.
Or well, mechanically, however, but he'll shoot it at one of them.
Okay. So mark off that you have a blaster pistol.
Yes.
If you want to roll for a flashback, we can say that maybe Cheekra gave you a particularly fine blaster pistol.
Oh, Cheekra has only the best weapons.
Sure.
I mean,
Let's-
I'm sure you spotted that when you learned about their religion. What kind
yeah.
of
Actually, I'm
blaster-
sorry. You don't roll. You can roll in flashbacks, but you need to pay stress for a flashback. So this would be 1 stress for Cheekra to have given you a fine blaster pistol.
That's worth it.
Sure. And I would take that.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure. Yep. Okay. So fine blaster pistol.
Cheekra is a fancy no pants.
And what does that do mechanically compared to a regular one? It just has
so-
greater effect?
Yeah. So that's going to as fine is a increased quality. That's going to increase your effect.
Okay, cool. Gom will Gom will push himself for this roll too.
Okay. Cool. So you are you're in a risky position. I'd say.
Sure, yeah.
But you're going to have great effect.
Okay. A 6 and a 5.
Quite good. Okay, so with a 6, you do it. What does this look like?
So he pulls himself up, swiftly takes the blaster pistol out from hidden underneath his coat. Just aim it down straight and just fire off a quick couple bursts.
Cool. And the bursts go pew pew whizzing across the roof, and slam into one of the guards. He drops, and the guy next to him, you can see you've grazed as well, and is in a bad spot and has to actually roll out of the way to avoid your blaster fire, and then tries to regain his footing and sight his rifle again. All right, what are you doing now? You have the 2 guys who are stumbling over Cheekra. have, I think, recovered, and I think they've drawn. I think they've drawn close quarters weapons as they're up on you.
Can I respond to that?
And they are coming at you with a couple of vibro knives. Cheekra?
That sounds like a personal problem for them. No pence, no fucks, no worries.
Not
so
usually how that goes.
I am going to take off your pants and worries or something. I don't know. The new album from Blink 187.
Oh boy.
Anyways, all right. So we're gonna flash back. I would like to get a fine melee weapon.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna argue is my.
Yeah, is that something you have already?
That's an option I just have as muscle. I don't know if that's a thing that other people have on their sheet.
If
I have that for a hacking
item,
rig.
Yeah, if it's an item that you have already, then
Can I reflavor the Sunder as the things that are on my
Yeah,
sheet
so you
that I
already have this, just check it off, you have it. You don't have to be stressed.
dope. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna use a muscle ability. Cool. So you see Cheekra from like these kind of horizontal belt sheaths that are kind of tucked underneath this piecemeal blast armor. Cheekra just stands up and pulls two long glass daggers that are that look like they've been flinted actually from a single much larger piece of transparent steel actually, and pulls them out, and then I'm going to use the Unstoppable ability, which is a muscle playbook ability.
Cool.
You can push yourself to do one of the following: perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman, or engage a small gang on equal footing in close combat.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this definitely counts as a small gang. You can engage them in equal footing on in close combat.
Hello, tenders. I will eat your face.
All right. Let's get a roll here. What do you want to do?
All right. So I'm going to use scrap.
Yep.
I've already pushed myself, so that's 2 stress. What else? Do I get any bonus to dice because of Unstoppable?
What you get is you are in a you can either I think it's what does it make sense here? So your fine weapon is going to give you great effect, and I think your Unstoppable bumps your position. So you're going to be in controlled instead of risky position, and you're going to have great effect here.
Okay. Controlled instead of risky. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Let's hope this. That'll do. That's a 6 and a 3.
That'll do indeed. So these two guys come slashing at you, Cheekra, and you just whip out the glass blades, and you're immediately under their defense, quite literally. What does it look like? You take both of them out.
Oh, it literally just Cheekra just rolls in between one of them as he lunges forwards and just takes both blades and slashes the interior of his thighs. And then moves on to the next one, cuts out one hamstring or hamstring equivalent, and then climbs his way up the back using daggers.
And when you get to the top, the guy goes tumbling down with you triumphantly on his back. Both of these guys are out. Their vibro knives go clattering across the rooftop. There is one guard left here, who was still, trying to recover from Gom's blaster shots, was getting back into a good stance to shoot, sees this happen, says, absolutely not, and gets up and starts running full speed across the rooftop. You can see he's making for some sort of hack.
Being chased.
I think by that point, Zethu manages to regain a little bit of herself, if I can.
Yeah.
And She just aims the pistol and she goes like, "You should have run in the first place," and wants to make a trick shot to fire from a distance.
Cool.
Which is a thing that I can do with Keen Eye, is a pilot ability.
All right. So what is that? What is
Gives
that?
me an extra dice.
Okay, cool. So I think, I think this is controlled. It would normally be standard effect, but as you have taken a harm, you are at less effect. So this is going to be limited effect.
Okay.
Unless you do something to change that.
No, I think she's sufficiently shaken from that last bout, even though most of this is stuff she can't really control.
Sure.
I will say for just a second, anyone else with keen eyes would notice that the normally colorless eyes have a flash of yellow in them as she fires. This is scrap, I'm assuming.
Is that what? Yeah, if that's what you would like to roll.
Yep, 5.
5. Cool. So yeah. Okay, so you do it, and there's gonna be some sort of consequence, and it's at less effect. What does this look like? So you here's what this looks like. So you shoot. You just manage to get the guy in the leg as he reaches the hatch, and he goes tumbling forward, smacks his head on the top of the hatch, and then goes tumbling
inside. Yeah, of course he does.
The warehouse.
Let's keep this.
You hear a Wilhelm
rolling.
scream.
It's not a Star Wars one shot without one of those.
Yep.
They're very important.
As I had mentioned, Ahesha was gonna chase him.
Yeah. So you're like halfway across the rooftop.
Well, if Cheekra's
Zethu's
within
shot goes.
grabbing distance, Ahesha would like to football Cheekra and dive right into the hatch with them.
I had this image earlier. I didn't mention it in advance especially because I didn't know you were going to be wearing armor. But I have this image of, maybe this isn't going to happen this time, but a tiny handle on the back, shoulder blade area of Ahesha's armar.
Amazing.
For this exact scenario.
Well, for right now, because I picked you up from where you were gloriously standing over your kills, I scooped you up and I just ran, especially because I saw Zethu take the shot. So this is kind of we're moving forward because these guys are just on top.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna
all right.
roll in.
So yeah, so you dive right in.
Oh Lord.
There's a ladder, and there's a substantial drop.
Try to grab at the ladder, see it.
Into the center of the warehouse. You're gonna try to grab the ladder as you sort of
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of like a slow my descent grab, not a try to wrench.
Grab the edge, Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah, you dive in, you grab the edges of the ladder, you slide down. I love it. Give me a roll for it.
This music is inspiring me. It's all heisty.
What do you want to roll for that?
Scramble.
Scramble makes very good sense here. All right, so this is for sure risky, but I don't see any reason you wouldn't have great effect and pull this off with panache. If you
I think
succeed.
I'm gonna have to
risky
push
position, great
myself
effect.
to have more than one die.
Can
Can I assist? I'll spend stress like it's fucking Pez, y'all.
Yeah, you can assist. What would you do?
I think Cheekra just straight up, like Ewoks are shockingly strong for their size. I think Cheekra will straight up assist by being an extra arm. Like, yes, they're maintaining an arm, but will will sheath their daggers.
Like you're piggybacked, and your arms are over Ahesha's, and you're both like a forearm.
This is a Machamp moment for you Pokemon nerds.
As you slide down. Yeah. Take that stress, kick over the die to Ahesha.
Amazing. I'm also gonna push myself because it seems natural. You have to push yourself in order to stop your body from falling.
Take the stress, push yourself.
All right. That's a 6.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, great effect. So you slide, you dive in with Cheekra on your back, head first into this hatch. As you fall, you grab the sides of the ladder, the two of you, arms over arms, you slide down and land in a cool pose with the body of the
superhero
dude who
pose.
fell
Yeah,
in.
I do a 3-point landing. Does Cheekra do a 3-point landing on top of me?
It's really bad for your knees.
On my shoulder!
It's less bad.
Dog, we heard you like 3-point landings, so we put a 3-point landing in your 3-point landing so you can 3-point land when you 3-point land.
Oh, Lord.
Also,
2000s memes, kids.
Oh my gosh. That puts us at our 3rd gambit right now as a crew. We now have 3 gambits based on my count.
We have
3 now because we had 1 from the previous one. That was our 3rd. We got 1 earlier from shooting.
Good to know.
Yeah, because I used 1 last time.
Oh, and remember that you always start with 1.
So we have 3.
So
3 gambits. Okay.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize you used 1 last time, so that puts us at 3 still.
Yeah,
so
one of the moves after Zethu passed out, like the final move we did, I used the gambit.
Fair. Well, we're at 3 right now. That's a resource we have. What do we see?
So you land in this darkened warehouse. You are in and amongst some crates. There are lots of metal crates of various shapes and sizes. A number of them have like little blinking lights and indicators all over them. Hover pallets with canisters and equipment stacked on them. And it's a pretty big space, very high ceiling, and the lighting is fairly dim. There are a few sort of big light panels kind of on the side of the room, but most of them are off as operations seem to have ceased for the day. You can hear, though, at the other end of the warehouse, beyond some of the crates where you've landed, there are footsteps running on concrete as they 100% heard the guy who dropped down
the Wilhelm scream
from the ceiling. So, Zeth and Gom, you're still up on the roof. What do you do?
Oh boy.
So much for going in quiet.
Yeah, Zeth looks a little like wild-eyed at the moment. And she like turns to like give you a look like it's not over yet. And she's gonna run off in the direction that Ahesha and Cheekra went to climb down the hatch herself.
Yeah, I think
Boise.
in the sort of scramble of this fight, Gom, you were maybe the only one who really took special note of that flash of lightning that sort of seemed to zip out from Zethu's fingers and then back in and up her arms.
When Zethu, I guess I'll ask Zethu, were your eyes still yellow when Gom
I'm gonna
and Zethu just chatted
I'm
right
gonna
there?
say this like this. This is not an all at once thing. You see that normally her eyes are colorless. They just seem to be slightly yellower than they were previously. They're not like bright yellow. They're just
Sure.
like a little bit of color
Some color
going
in
on.
there. Yeah, a little warm. Okay. Yeah, Gom will notice that but won't say anything. And he definitely wants to ask about the lightning because that's weird, obviously. But there are more important things. So he'll run over, pistol at the ready over to the hatch with Zethu.
Cool. Are you climbing down or are you taking up posts above?
Oh, I want to climb down.
Okay.
Go
Gom,
on.
you as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the two of you are climbing down. It's going to take you a little bit. This is, like I said, a very tall room with this sort of big, spindly ladder descending into the center of it. Cheekra and Ahesha. You're on the ground. There's definitely boots of additional guards headed in your direction. What do you want to do?
Is there any sort of anything we can pull in front of us for cover?
You could duck behind some crates, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
There's
behind-
people coming?
Yes. You can hear
Can
them.
we
You haven't
see
seen
them?
Can't see them yet.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
You can hear footsteps from the other end of the warehouse, but your view is obscured by some of the crates here.
Cheekra,
Yes.
Hopper, I'm going to propose something to you. You tell me how you feel about it. If the crates are, I'm assuming, of various heights because they're obstructing your view, Ahesha would give Cheekra a boost on top of something tall for vantage and duck down behind crates at the bottom for herself so that they have two different vantage points to shoot from.
High and low for sure.
Yep, that is what Ahesha would like to do is toss Cheekra up, get down, and get her blasters ready for the coming onslaught.
Okay.
The great warehouse. I'm kind of picturing a shot put situation.
All right. What do you want to roll for this?
The scramble?
Scrap or scramble, it's all the same to me. I have the same number of dice.
I mean, technically you're throwing a person.
Yeah.
Toss me.
Scramble seems good.
Desolation Squad has entered the chat.
I think
You know those warehouses where it's just crates.
Are we, do I roll or does Hopper roll?
good question. I think so. So Cheekra, what's your plan at the sort of apex or conclusion
grab
of this throw?
To grab onto something and find a stable firing position.
Okay, then I think this is going to be let's have this as a setup action. So Ahesha, you're gonna roll for a setup action, and then it'll feed into whatever Cheekra does next.
Nice.
Sound good?
Yep.
Yeah, and I think scramble
would-
makes the most sense, but as always, you pick the action.
I can scramble. Scrap and scramble are the same for me, so.
Cool.
I don't. It feels disingenuous to say scrap. It is better for me. No, for me it's better.
Oh yeah. Scrap for me just because I'm shot putting you, and that's physical, or I don't know.
Also,
Yeah.
I could
Scrap is a little more about like fighting, like getting into
Okay.
a scrap.
Okay, then scramble.
Yeah, it would put you. You can use it, but it would put you in a weaker position.
I think I'm definitely rolling scramble no matter what. That's the only thing
Okay.
that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Because we're kind of getting close to the end here, I'm gonna use a gambit
Do it.
because I need Cheekra to land in one piece. It's a 5.
Okay. Cool.
I hope that works, buddy.
So you achieve it. You can kick either improved effect or position over to Cheekra. As it is a 4 or 5, there's going to be some sort of consequence or complication, which I think will just manifest in additional difficulties to go forward.
All right.
So, so what does this look like? So, Ahesha, you just sort of like, whoop, or is Cheekra still on your back? Are you like yeeting Cheekra from your back?
Yeah, you stand up, and then Cheekra goes from a 3-point to just once again one paw on the shoulder, reach back.
Yeah, and you hurl our murderous teddy bear across the warehouse.
One more up. All right, so I'm rolling scramble. Does the setup help me?
Yes. So this would I think normally be risky. You can either go to a controlled position, or you can have improved effect. I think your effect here is going to be standard.
Improved effect.
Okay, so risky position, great effect.
Live risky.
So you will be, if you achieve this, you will be in the absolute perfect spot where you need to be.
So am I just rolling the 1 dice, or do I get a second one because...
You get however many you have in Scramble. Unless you want to push yourself or take Devil's Bargain or spend a gambit. It was a 4?
Yeah, it was a 4.
Okay. So, consequence or complication. I think with the complication of the previous one stacking, I think Cheekra. So by the time you sort of land in position, the additional guards are here and they see you, and you immediately have blaster fire coming your way. You're gonna get hit with a blaster bolt or two.
You just, I'm not going to try to do this. I love all of you dearly, and I appreciate your eardrums, so I'm not going to do the loud Ewok war cry noises. I'm not physically capable of doing it, and my attempts will be bad and
just
painful.
Walk back across the entire room every time you need to do it.
And, all right, so do I need to roll anything additional?
You have harm coming your way. You can resist it if you want.
I shall
Otherwise,
resist.
You're going to take some blaster shots.
Come at Cheekra, brethren.
All right. What are you resisting with?
Prowess, as always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just trying to dodge, right?
Yeah. Yep. This is just get behind cover. All right, so I'm rolling with 3 dice because I have 3 pips. And that is a 4, a 3, and a 1.
4, 3, 1. Okay, so 6 stress minus your highest die result is what you're paying. So mark off that stress and you resist.
All right.
How much stress are you capable of taking at this point?
I can take 3 more before I hit trauma.
Okay.
I have taken 6
Plenty.
stress.
Note,
Yeah.
note that it doesn't just roll into trauma. When you fill up that stress meter, you are out of the job.
Oh.
So like you are done for the time being.
Okay.
When you hit that max stress.
So
Rethink some life choices.
Yeah.
Suddenly one of those abilities also becomes much better. Cool.
Okay. So what does this look like as you dodge the blaster fire?
I think it's Cheekra coming up, landing, scrabbling as and kind of bounces off one crate down to a slightly lower. Like this
and
is like
you're just faster than that.
There's like no space OSHA apparently because like these crates are just like stacked way the fuck up.
Yeah.
And like and Cheekra's still like 20 feet off the ground. There's nothing tied down. There's no anyway, don't even get me started. And Cheekra lands and then is able to roll behind a crate as like blaster fire just smatters into this poor innocent storage container.
Yeah. And you get into position. I think the rest of you are down by this time, and you're all sort of you're in the area around the ladder. And Cheekra, I think you're best positioned to see this. Everybody hears this like one very loud shoom blaster shot, way louder than the other ones, and the firing stops. And you hear from across the room, "All right, cut it out. That's enough. Who are you?" And Cheekra, you see striding out from this group of Black Sun guards is a human woman with big afro, goggles up on her head, wearing a long coat, and holding a very serious-looking custom blaster pistol, which she levels in your direction. And that's where we're going to cut it. When we come back next week, we will find out if our crew of bounty hunters can get through the Black Suns and rescue Caden Beale. Hopefully, get the information that they're looking for to catch their bounties. This has been Flights of Fandom here on ManaPot Studios. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will be back once again next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern with episode 3 of this flight. So be sure to come back to see how this escapade concludes and see what hijinks our crew gets up to next time. Once again, I have been David. You can check out what I do over at dbb-8.itch.io. That is a Star Wars reference. End of commentary. And tonight, I have been joined by...
I'm Wesley. I've been playing Dr. Gom. You can find me on social medias at Horniest Lobster. If you want to come listen to my rambles about sports and RPGs and K-pop and a bunch of other stuff.
Hi, I'm Puja, and I have played Ahesha for your reviewing pleasure tonight. And you can find me on Twitter at Puja and on Instagram at Pujabberwocky. And as for upcoming games, not this Friday, but next Friday, you will see me on this very channel playing a Indian vampire in medieval Constantinople on our Constantinople by Night Twitch stream. I'm here on Tuesdays, and on Monday you can find me on the Wandering DM channel playing Castle Falkenstein in Steampunk Venice.
And I have been and will continue to be Marcy, aka Experimental Madness. You can always find me here on this channel Tuesdays at 8 o'clock, as well as every other Sunday, 4:30 Eastern Time, playing the Invisible Sun game, The Hole in the World. Guys, really do tune in to the next week's. I believe it's going to be our season finale. And now would be a great time to catch up on all of the surreal shenaniganry that has gone down.
With my sincerest apologies, I continue to be Hopper, aka Failed Deadly, with a 3 instead of an E on the interwebs. And I will be, you can find me here next week if you want more murder yub. And I can also be found on the Hole in the World stream. And it is going to be a trip. So you should definitely catch up and then tune in.
All right, so with that, we will see you next time, and may the Force be with you.